Somebody blasting music out of Bluetooth speaker. Oh yeah, there's a guy taking a shit back there.
Pardon me?
You think that guy was taking a shit back there?
Oh,
There's a guy where the music was coming, there was a guy squatting down.
Oh, well, I guess so. Oh, look, we're up whatever this is.
We're up a pair of jean jacket.
I'm still waking up.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
This is episode 8.
Yeah. Here we are.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, so here's my keys, and you can borrow those. And if for some reason you need to leave here, I will know that you have not fled to Mexico or something like that. That's right. I'm like, whoa, I got all the pickers now. I'm out of here.
This has all been a long con, Danny.
That's right.
This
for
is
you too. She's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah. This is the big picker heist.
It's finally paid off. I'm sorry, I played with your heart.
You bitch. Episode 8 of Trash Talk. Oh, you intercepted me there. With our special guest this week, the OG, as I always call him, Danny.
Hey.
Danny Gordon, right?
That's right.
Yeah. What's funny is I only know your last name. I've done this now for years and always said hi to you. And I only learned your last name because my across the street neighbors also know you.
Oh, really?
And they're like, oh, you got to talk to Danny Gordon. And I'm like, well, I'm assuming that's the Danny I know. But yeah, you are the...
Who are they?
Instigator. The Dodds.
Oh.
Yes.
Ted Dodd?
Ted Dodd,
No
yes.
way.
Oh, hey. We're getting flagged down here.
Oh.
This is...
That's new.
Getting busted. We picked up too much litter.
We're a volunteer litter cleaning group, and we.
Because you guys live in the area?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I live right over at Pulford, right across from the church, which I'm sure you know well.
And I'm 55 Nassau.
Yeah.
How did you guys organize this?
I started it like a couple of years ago. I was doing it on my own, and I got my, got in the free press and all the usual things for like, oh, you're a garbage guy picking up garbage in the neighborhood, and those sort of things. And then, but I always had the idea like let's create like a group kind of thing, and all we needed was these kind of supplies, and eventually
And who got them for you?
The Osborne Biz.
Okay.
And so we do this every Sunday from April till Halloween.
Maybe 11 people sometimes come out.
Yeah, and so they gave us the stuff, and then we run the whole thing. Like they'll buy us lunch at the end of the year, but that's
Awesome.
all the...
So my name's Frank, and I am the full-time Osborne Village Foot Patrol member.
Nice.
And so seeing you guys out here is amazing. If you need anything, that's my name.
Okay.
That's my number. If you guys run into anything where you guys are having any issues, call me. I'm always here to help. Or if you have any questions or something is in an area where you might not want to go in yourself, any encampments down by the riverbank, let me know. Do you go down the embankments?
We don't usually go down embankments particularly.
You kind of never find your way out would be the main.
Yeah.
It's not even a safety
What about
thing
at
for
the
me.
park?
I used to kind of go half down the first, slope at the park, but since they've cleaned it out, it's actually not really that much of a problem, I would say.
Okay.
The bushes near the front of the park sort of catch a lot of trash, but the embankment's pretty clean.
Okay, good. I know a little bit further, I'm having issues at 175 Mayfair, and there's a park right there as well. So I know the two issues with the two parks, this one over here at River, and then the one now further down at Mayfair. So I'm sticking my nose in there quite a bit. So there's a little bit of a larger encampment there right now.
The other thing I think that you're talking about is on Mayfair there, and I've cleaned up before all the group, I went back there and cleaned up like the whole riverbank one time, and it was like hours and hours, but it was a lot. But yeah, but we've sent somebody down there today, but I don't think she's probably going to go behind. She usually stays in the front.
So do you guys, what are these for?
So Danny is the instigator of this, and I'm just someone who's been doing it for a few years. And this last season, I'm a comedian as well.
Funny?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes.
So the Biz was going to hire me to kind of produce a show, and then we sort of got caught up in paperwork. So now I just do it myself, basically. So if you search Trash Talk Winnipeg, I just sort of make a video podcast. Sometimes I'm doing it with my girlfriend, or the other week I had a rock climbing buddy, and he talked to me about rock climbing. So we pick up trash.
But no, but what are these things for?
This is recording the audio, and this is recording the video.
What? You're doing it live while you're doing this?
I don't live stream it. I'll go home and edit it. So we'll take an hour and a half long walk and turn it into like a 50-minute show.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if you're not comfortable, I don't think you've said anything you should be embarrassed about. But if you're not comfortable, I don't have to use any of this. I'm not trying to. The whole point of the show is just to make people want to do some litter pickup and make everyone look good. So I'm not gonna edit you into
Sure. No
yeah.
problem.
But Trash Talk Winnipeg, you're on episode 8 right now with the legend Danny.
Nice. However you guys communicate, if it's by your cell phones or
You're giving us way too much credit. This is not a this is not a tactical operation. We're radio blind out here.
That's true. That's true.
So,
but we'll talk when we get back.
Yeah, when you guys go down to those encampments, you shouldn't be going without at least someone knowing that someone's gone down there, because there are some probably not the kindest people that are down there.
That's right.
Especially when you start, poking around in there, it could get into a situation you don't want to get into. But when you guys are doing stuff like this, when you guys are willing to stick your neck out like that, then I believe I should be supporting you guys. If you're willing to take the time to make the village better, that's what we're all trying to do. So I don't want you guys to get in a situation where you're being kind-hearted to do something generous on your own time and to do something special for the area. Let me come and assist you with anything that you might think is a little bit shady.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's for you guys.
Usually people give people like a wide berth, you know, people encampments and things like that.
Yeah.
Like we are all pretty sensible and we know to get some space.
Awesome. But also here, like we have just people that poke out of corners and stuff like that, where you guys might be
last
doing
weekend
some,
was I was looking for somebody, and because there was a woman out here harassing me, and it was really bad. So I would have called last week.
So I really am trying to break that stigma and barrier between businesses and police, and what we can do for you guys, and do that face contact. If we become connected with each other, you'll within trust me, the services that I provide to you, then you'll believe that I'm here for you guys, and then it's just not some random police officer over and over. You're going to know me as Frank, and then I'm going to be able to kind of help you guys out, because you're staying here. Hopefully I'm going to stay here. It's all about funding, and so we'll see kind of where it leads, but I'm here full time at the moment. And how long have you both been living in the area?
Well, I've been in my building since '98.
I've been here since 2019.
Okay. So you guys both have experienced what the village could be, and what it's kind of is right now.
When I started comedy, the hot shows were the Cavern, and then the Cheer, and so which became Free Jekyll and Hyde and whatever. But like, yes, I've since 2010, it was like every week at least a few times in the village. It was the greatest time of my life was when I started comedy. I was young and just doing it with my friends. So like, I have very fond memories. And I just want to get it back there, obviously. I'll send you some videos of the issues I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So, right, I am dealing with the church.
Yeah.
I know a lot of businesses aren't happy with them. I know a lot of residents aren't happy with them. But at the end of the day, even how I'm trying to express it, look, there are a lot of people that are less unfortunate than us. And just like you guys are reaching out, they're trying to reach out. And we still have to pat them on the back for the services that they're providing. I understand when they run from noon till 4, where they're feeding them and giving them a little bit of shelter and a little bit of security, but then when they're just closing the doors down on them at 4 o'clock, that's where I'm trying to work with them. What are we doing at 4 o'clock? Because now it can't be just the people in the neighborhood and the businesses that are responsible for the less fortunate after. Once they've drawn them all in, which I understand is they're a church. They have.
The program is good. I agree.
Right.
I want the program to be stronger. I want it to last longer and extend beyond the front door.
Right. It has to extend beyond the front door. There need to maybe be washroom setups provided for them, so they're not running into the businesses and just using their washrooms and then terrorizing the staff that are in there after, because.
Or pissing on my front steps.
Right, or doing stuff like that, right. So I'm trying to work with the church anyways to find out what we can do. And same thing, it's all about funding. Unfortunately, it's all about funding. It's all about staffing, which everybody is short with. But we have to find some kind of solution at 4 o'clock when they close the doors, that they're just not sitting in front of the liquor store because there's chairs there, or they're not just sitting in front of that place where they have the fringe there, that play theater there.
The gas station. Were you at the gas station town hall, the one that Max led?
No, I was not. No.
Okay, it was a pretty interesting meeting because the church one person brought it up, and anyway, we can. I'll give you a call sometime. We can do the recap of it. Sure. But it was interesting also that you mentioned, it's all about funding. There was like a pretty large senior contingent there, because it was 3 o'clock, and a lot of them, you get the sense like they want to do something, they just don't know what to do. They were like, could we just be sort of the people looking on Facebook Marketplace for when they try and sell stuff, which is a very sweet sentiment, because they steal and then they sell online is what these people are thinking. It was like, hey seniors, maybe if you want to come hang out at 4 o'clock, like I understand that's a scary thing, but have some human interaction with these people, that might help too, I might do it myself. I would say I do my volunteering on the weekends here.
But okay, you guys, I'm so appreciative of you guys, what you're doing in the area, and say thank you to the rest of your staff. I'll Tuesday when I speak, I'll go see the Osborne Viz and I'll see if they can kind of sweeten the deal for what you guys are doing, because you really are an extension of them. And so maybe they can kind of give you guys more of a little bit of a pat on the back then.
I love the pat we get. I love the lunch at the end.
Yeah. But if you get free lunch more often, that'd be better.
I wouldn't take. Yeah, you're right. I won't say no to that.
Even if we, I bet you if they orchestrated some kind of agreement with one of the.
Yeah. Oh, Romy would love to give us free pizza because you know we're helping him.
Right, and even not. Look, he's in the business too. He can't be giving out all free stuff like that. Yeah. But if he gave you guys at like an 80% discount or whatever the case might be, and then Osborne Biz finds it in their funding a little bit to pay him as well, and then we're all working with each other. You guys are doing a great thing. He's now associated with you maybe as a sponsor.
Yeah, we'll NASCAR these shirts out.
Right, do something kind of like that for him, and so you generate something for him. You guys get something out of it. Osborne Biz, the pressure is less on them because what you guys are doing, and it's that circle of life kind of thing that we can kind of, and then community. Even with me dealing with the less unfortunate with you guys, this is how I'm talking to them as well. They're look, no one wants to be in the situation that they are in. They just are in a hole that they don't know how to kind of get out of.
That's right.
And if we show them a sense of community and not so much hate, maybe they start taking pride in the community and they're like, I don't want to piss on your stairs because this might be the stairs where I'm going to be sitting on later. But because they don't have that sense of it, they don't care.
Yeah. I would say there's been some people, less unfortunate people in the community that see what I'm doing, and then they just pick up a few things and they put it in my bucket and they want to help.
They want to help. And once they see that and they have an acceptance with people, it changes what they do. I really believe that. So we're going around seeing if we can do a little good for people in the area. That's and great. You guys are doing it already, okay? And this, I forgot to give you guys this because you guys are doing such great work.
Free lunch?
Well, no, I wish I could give you that, but I can give you these. So these are like Cinderella. Get out of jail for free till midnight. Till midnight. And then after you go back to being a floor cleaner, okay?
Perfect. Right on.
Enjoy those stickers, you guys.
Awesome. Thank you
okay,
very
we'll
much.
see you guys around.
Thanks, Frank.
See you. So I'm here till 5.
Okay.
If you guys need anything,
Sounds
okay?
great.
All right. See ya. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Nice way to start the day.
Yeah.
We've just been deputized.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we can start doing some vigilante justice now. Everybody look out, there's a new sheriff around here. So yeah, just to back it up for a moment, because actually that worked as a pretty good intro for you. You explained everything you've done. So now we can get down to
that does work.
now we can get down to the trash talk, which is
right.
to say the Dodds, our mutual connection. Ted Dodd, lovely man.
Yes.
And
Lovely.
you knew him through your congregation, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've not been gone.
Oh, hello, fun find.
Wow.
Broken skateboard?
Half of skateboard?
Yeah.
I haven't been much going to church for a long, all of the time that I've lived here in the 2000s. But
wow.
In the old days, Ted was part of like the United Church of Canada youth stuff that we would do, and so I met, like, when I was a teenager, I met lots of people and lots of girls from all across Manitoba, and we did these events, and it was pretty cool. Like, it was it's not quite like church at a whole bunch of different churches. It was pretty, United Church is like pretty,
Chill.
pretty liberal,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
laid back.
Well, they'd have to be if Ted is their guy, because
Exactly.
Ted is he's such a social guy, whatever. But it's funny because we lived across from him for years, and my sister and his younger son were good friends in high school, and my dad.
Jed?
Yeah, Jed.
No way.
Yeah.
I held Jed when he was like 2.
Okay, so Jed has become my really good friend. Like, at first, him and my sister were friends from high school, and then they moved across the street, and then we started playing a little bit of soccer together, and then the joke is now that, yes, I've stolen my sister's friend. But Ted has Jed and J.A., his sons.
Yeah.
Basically, Ted is a street
Allen.
man. Yeah, this is joking trash talk, but my dad would call Ted Ned Flanders, which really kind of is what he is.
A
you
little
know,
bit, a
he's
little
cool.
bit.
He's cool, Ned Flanders.
Yeah, that's right.
If
He's
Ned
not
Flanders
as-
liked to make
he's not quite as
cocktails
lame as
and
that.
have parties all the time, but like was a man of God and has 2 sons,
right.
you know.
That's right.
And Jed, who's my good buddy, has like the most sort of Ned Flanders would name his kid. Do you know Jed's full name? You must.
Jedediah David Dodd.
Jedediah David Dodd is so biblical. Oh, look. Annie's mac and cheese packet.
Oh wow!
Unopened, I think.
Wow! you could take that home and make your mac and cheese extra
cheesy. I'm an Annie's mac and cheese person now. Have you made that switch?
I have not discovered that. No. Is
So
that good?
it's hard to say. Like, I think it must be partially psychological because at the end of the day, it's still powder. It's still a powdered cheese. But
that's right.
I've told myself, well, about half the time I'll buy mac and cheese, and about half the time I'll buy Annie's. And also, it's not like I live off the stuff. You know, I'm making it once every 3 months when I'm just lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that the Annie's is worth the extra $1.
Yes. Well, mac and cheese, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, changed like 15 years ago, and neither the like makeup, like how much cheese, milk and butter you put in, and also the color and consistency of the powder is all different. Like it's nothing like the way it was.
They made it worse.
When I was growing up. They did make it worse. And every time I eat it, I'm slightly disappointed. And so I am open to some new changes in my mac and cheese situation.
Yeah, maybe treat yourself to an Annie's. It's funny because I'm too young to really remember that switch, you know?
Yes.
I wasn't making as much mac and cheese myself. I would guess they probably made it less salty.
Well,
like everything just got healthier.
Yes, they make you put less butter in it.
Right.
Like,
well, they can't make you do anything, Danny,
exactly.
for the record.
I'm like a maverick, you know, will go, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
I'll put in as much butter as I like. Whole stick? Sure.
Yeah. Oh, you tell me to take, that you've taken salt out? Well, now I'm putting more salt in.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. My dad complained about several different things that became like that. And then one time we were listening to a Malcolm Gladwell podcast where he was discussing McDonald's switching from beef tallow for their fries to whatever.
Totally.
And my dad was like, oh, that's what that was. I knew there was a time where it switched. So then he started getting beef tallow from butchers and doing French fries at home. Within 3 months, he had to get heart stents put in. He was biking. He was biking. He's like, I just had no power. I had to get off my bike and sit down. And then I called the ambulance. And yeah, you got a blockage.
Wow.
Yeah, might have been coincidence, but I'm sure the beef tallow fries didn't help.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
that's.
Well, I guess people have left this here for.
That's right.
For someone to pick up.
That's a gift for
That's
somebody.
a gift. Yeah. I am interested when you say you were doing this for a while yourself. I'm going in for flat booster juice. You were doing it. How long would you say you were doing it on your own?
Back in like 2017. Well, there's actually like Bear Clan in 2016, and I was doing that, and I was walking with them like 4 nights a week. It was a lot.
Okay.
And we kept walking by the same garbage all the time. We were always on the same route, and I was like, man. Then it became Earth Day, and I was like, today. I'm gonna go and pick up some of this garbage. And I didn't have a picker. I was just stooping, and I had a glove.
Oh.
And but like over 6 weeks, we cleaned up that whole area, and I was like, that's great. And that's the north end.
Right. Yeah, that's the real deal.
It can be really heavy sometimes, but our neighborhood was like not a whole lot better at the time. Like it was pretty heavy. And so I started coming and doing, like, I think I started on the Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot, which nobody was doing at the time.
I'm seeing a bit more Targets on that side.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And it was just full of trash.
Oh, yeah, the Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot gets abused, for sure.
It took me 45 minutes to clean up just that, like, long strip with the garbage cans.
Right.
And so I was like, man, that's a lot. And then I started going around and...
At that point, at what point did you acquire a picker? I'm trying to, the lore.
It took me, I think by that time I was getting like the cheap plastic pickers, of which I spent like, I literally bought well over 100 of those.
Really?
And broke them.
Jesus.
Like, because for a while they were different. They were not as planned obsolescence as they are now.
Right.
Because there was one that worked for like 3-4 weeks, and I was like, I want to get this thing framed. And then I started, then a winter happened, and then a spring happened, and I started buying more. And literally, they were breaking every 2 hours. I couldn't even go for a walk with just one of them, because every time I'd be coming home with a broken one.
Joke.
And eventually I had to message the guy from Take Pride Winnipeg, and I was like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm drowning here. You got to help me. And he actually brought me something like this. And he's a super nice guy. And
That's a piece of tape.
yeah.
Nice.
And he helped me out get that one. And then I was like, we need some more of these. And
is that just a volunteer guy as well? Or is he funded like?
Oh, I think he's like Cape Pride Winnipeg is like the whole city's
Okay, that's an
thing. So
organization.
he has a real actual job. But
Okay, gotcha. What is this? Ooh, Lindt Classic.
oh yeah, somebody had some
Wrapper.
good chocolate.
Yeah, that's a premium chocolate. You know what?
Here we go. Some clothing.
I like a Lindt bar. I'm kind of over the Lindt balls.
Yes.
Like they're good, but we have a box that one of my Airbnb guests left me, and it's in the fridge because it started to melt on the counter, which is a whole other issue. And then Chloe's like, we have a lot of chocolate. I was like, well, there's actually 2 other bags of Lindt at the bottom of the fridge from like 2 Christmases ago. I think we can throw those away.
Yeah.
And I'm drowning in Lindt balls over here.
Oh man.
I hate these style of bins. They're so pointless. I don't even know if it's worth.
yeah.
Well, we could empty into one of those back there if you want.
That's true. Yeah, that's a private one though. I'll stick
yeah.
it in there.
Fair enough. I mean, oh, interesting. Cinnamon sticks. A bunch of. You guys need this for your camping supplies? Cinnamon sticks? Taking stuff out to the cabin? Nope. All right. They want nothing to do with me. Thought that was funny. I don't know if you watched last week. I was with Ben Walker, who's a comedian, and like if you walked by someone and a guy was loading his clubs into his car, and he'd be like, "You don't pick that up right away. It's garbage. I'm gonna get it." Like he was trying to crack jokes, and like nobody was having it. There was a woman outside Bouvet who had her bag on the ground, and he goes, "Pick it up or I'm getting it." And she goes, "All you're gonna get is my dead and emotional baggage." And he was like, "All right, just trying to have a laugh over here, miss."
Yeah, that's right.
We're taking it serious. So anyway, what else are you enjoying so far this summer? Are you taking any little camping trips or anything? Or
No, I did a lot of traveling when I was young, and I feel like I really liked being here.
Yeah.
Whenever I would go away, even if it was like for just 2 weeks or something. Whenever I got back, I'd be like, oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh, I've learned that in my youth. Yeah, I
This
did a
is
couple, multi-month trips, and I don't regret those because I also do think not to sound cheesy, but like learned a lot about myself.
Sure,
But yeah, now
for
as an adult, it's like I want to go on a vacation typically for like 3 or 4 days. If I go longer, I'm like, do I live here now? Like I hate. I have stuff to do at
That's
home.
right. I like my own.
Yeah, my life is not waiting for me back home. There's stuff that's got to get done. I'm going home to it eventually, so I'd rather just go home to it.
That's right.
This is wild.
Yeah, somebody has
Again.
torn something up.
Yeah, this is.
It's always an adventure finding out what people have done and why people have ripped things up.
I always say forensically, you're trying to
Yes.
piece together. Oh,
That's right.
there was a chase here. The garbage starts to long strides indicate
That's
a
right.
lot of garbage spread.
He put a lot of weight on his right foot here.
Yeah.
And he was definitely launching himself.
Yeah.
This is nice though. I never get to go anywhere anymore because I'm sort of stuck at the home
base, yeah.
So when I was watching your video, I was like, oh, these are places, all of the places, like in all of Osborne Village. I mean, I haven't been the way I've been walking around nearly as much as I used to in the old years before the group, but every square foot of public space in Osborne Village I have picked garbage out of. And so
yeah.
I know every street and every house in front, out in front and stuff throughout the whole neighborhood. I haven't been barely anywhere like this year, except since the spring time when there was like real winter garbage still going.
Right. But you've lived here since you said 2009?
No,
91. Nice. So, I mean, it's funny that you say, oh, I don't get to range around anymore, because even subtracting these years where you've been a little static, I mean, has anybody walked these streets more than you? Like aside from maybe some of the less fortunate who like are stuck outside,
That maybe not, because I mean, like the ladder, I would look out my window and I can look at all those streets between River and Stradbrook, and I was thinking, how many of those have I even been on? Like there's no reason to drive down those streets,
right? Or
even walk down those streets. There's nothing.
You never visit Bowl for the sake of Bowl.
That's right. And so I was like, I'm gonna do that. I want to see my own neighborhood and see what the houses look like and what every street looks like. And I made some discoveries, like on the end of the street that's north of yours by just one, I think. There's like that building at the end of the block that's being fixed up.
Oh,
on the Stradbrook
it was on the Stradbrook side. No, I was thinking there was one house that was literally excavated and on stilts for all of last season. Now it's finally back in the ground. But no, there's nice houses and there's nice boulevards. Like It's a shame that more people, don't do this. And I have a building, it'd be a little trickier, and I'm making excuses. I'm not about to garden. I'm not a gardener, but imagine if we had this
raspberries,
the whole run of the street. Like, it'd be hard for someone to litter.
That's right.
As that guy was saying, like if we take pride in the neighborhood, it's a little cheese ball, but it does work. If people see that, then you don't want to be the only person throwing your twisted tea into the bush when you don't see anybody else doing that.
That's right.
Yeah.
They call that the broken windows theory.
I'm familiar with broken windows.
And I think it's very true, actually. I mean, it sounds sort of like a wishful sort of thinking kind of thing. But literally, I feel the same pressure when I'm like trying to get rid of a cigarette butt or a can or something like that. I'm like, there's nothing around here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold on to it for a little longer. And it's amazing how that like snowballs. Also, like maybe when people see us doing this, and there's more of a focus on it, then maybe somebody would like grab that fork before you can see it. And I think that happens a lot more. Like people go, oh, I didn't realize, but we're taking pride in the neighborhood now.
Yeah. I think there's a human nature to see a space and want it to be orderly. So yeah, I would like to think if somebody was here and there was nothing, but you saw the one plastic fork, someone would probably pick it up. I was in this black sand beach park I can't remember what it's called, in Maui. It's on the road to Hana. It's a famous beach. And I just saw one little cocktail skewer.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to put that in my pocket till we get back, because I can't walk by and see this one piece of trash and leave it.
That's the thing. Like, but if there was like 10 cocktail skewers, you'd be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. You'd be like, also, how do they have a party in this beach? I thought it was pretty.
Where are the rest of the drinks?
Yeah, that was a pretty tightly controlled zone here. Shout out to the Black Sand Beach on the road to Hana. That was one of the greatest places I've ever been. Awesome. And I'm not sure if you've ever been to Maui.
No.
I'm very fortunate I get to go because, well, I went this last year because my aunt and uncle have a condo and let family use it. So Chloe and I went, and we've just repeatedly said nothing but that was the greatest trip of our lives, and how can we get back there?
That's great.
Yeah.
I love those.
Every now and then you have the trip of a lifetime. But in the meantime, as you're saying, I like Winnipeg. It's funny to me how many people are self-loathing Winnipeggers.
Yes, it's almost a culture.
Yeah, and they take some pride. I'm like, well, then get out of here. Go live in Vancouver, where you have so many more options, but no money to take advantage of them.
That's right.
Because you live in Vancouver,
That's right. And so many people do, and then they come back.
Yeah.
About half of them come back.
Tail between their legs.
I couldn't afford it out there in BC.
Say Kirkland ice cream sandwich? I don't know, some sort of wrapper. Look, there's no denying that the winters are super cold, but you typically only get I always say 3 non-consecutive weeks of -40.
That's
right.
Like
there'll be a week here and then a couple days there and then another week in February. And aside from that, 2 winters ago, it felt like there was a whole month of -40, just like all of January was fucked.
Yeah.
That wasn't great. But aside from
that's harsh.
You don't really get trapped in your house that much unless you let that happen. Buy some good gear, figure out what the cool winter events are, go out on the river. There's stuff to do.
That's right.
So you get through winter. Yes, you do just survive winter.
And the great thing about winter is that it's the great divider that makes us not Australia.
Yeah.
And so we do not have snakes and scorpions. All the snakes that we have do not bite us. The spiders are cool. Canada is kind of a mystical, wonderful place where animals won't, for the most part, little pests won't kill you.
Yeah. Oh, the outback is a horrifying nightmare-scape. You look at Australia and just how much of it is bogan country, I think, redneck country, because you can't live there. If you live there, you're a hick who just it's not society. I shouldn't say that. I think I just trash talked all of Australia at once.
That's right. Yeah. Australian Aborigines are Mike Green.
Yeah. But no, it's a tough country, and we're not that. It's not actively trying to kill us at most times, just sometimes. And then you survive the winter, and then summer's beautiful. You're a landline man. You've always been.
That's right.
Did you ever have a smartphone?
Well, I actually did. I've been holding off for the longest time. And even at the end, just right when the pandemic started and everybody's nobody's using, remember when you used to stick your card in at the at McDonald's and like, or wherever, and you know, type your buttons, and then it was all tap, and now it's all tap, and so I was like, I gotta change that, and I gotta change, get my phone, but then I don't know, something happened where like, my phone was connected to my other phone, and like I paid. But my other phone was like in arrears or something like that, and I didn't realize that.
Okay.
And so all the money I was paying that should have gone all the way to this new phone never got there, and then they charge. I didn't understand it. They charged me like, because I mean the phone was going to be like $800 or something, right?
Right.
And then, but then on top, like it was like $1,400 or something, and I'm like, I didn't even use the damn thing. And I was like so sick of it, and I went, no, I'm gonna hold off as long as I can. It's really hard. You can't get by. People like
there are many things that
when,
exclude you now. Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely.
At the bank,
Straight
they're
up.
like, where's your cell phone? And I'm like, I don't have a cell phone. And they're like, what? They look at you crazy. And then I mean, even like trying to get into like somebody's building at their house or whatever, like call me when you're in front.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. It's very awkward. But yeah, I'm kind of like a time traveler from 1989. I've decided everything that was like the layout of the city, the way the buildings were, all the buildings that were there, and none of the ones that have arrived since. I'm like, no, this is the way everything's supposed to be. And now everything, ever since, I'm just like, what? I don't get it. So yeah, it's funny because like sometimes I get in like my friend's car or something like that, and he has that like rear camera, and I go, whoa, man! Like. I'm really
something up that hill.
I'm really like the like Jack Black in Year One, where he's like gets in a wagon for the first time, and it's like being drawn by a cart, and he and his friends are like, ah! Because it's like they're on a roller coaster.
That's the Michael Cera.
Yeah,
yeah, that was a good movie.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you're like a time traveler. You're kind of like a time traveler. In many ways, you're also just an older gentleman who was burned by a double billing and took that to heart, it sounds like. Which I get, which is hilarious that you're like, you know what, I'm out the game. You guys had a chance to suck me in.
That's right.
You weren't necessarily philosophically opposed to it.
Exactly.
It was just such a headache at first.
I remember one woman online that I've never known, but she's just a Facebook friend from the US, and she found out I didn't have a cell phone. She's like, what? How do you get laid?
Very difficultly.
I don't, and I didn't realize that was my problem, but okay.
It's a barrier for sure. It is crazy to me too, like when you talk about the bank and stuff, like, yeah, I was on set just doing background, and it's this gentleman's credit, mostly his background. You get paid by check. I've never had this, but this production company was like, oh, just fill out your banking info because we're gonna EFT you. And he was kind of like, how am I supposed to know my banking info offhand? They're like, well, just go onto your mobile banking app. He's like, what do you, no, I don't have that. And he was a huge calamity. He's like calling his wife. He's like, maybe she can find a check, find out what it is.
That's right.
Gin smash, ding, 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 ding. We celebrate, Chloe and I, we celebrate every drink container with a big ding, 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 ding.
All right.
And we try and keep track. It's normally Twisted Teas is the winner, but I haven't
seen one Twisted Tea yet so far, I don't think.
And I don't want to say you had a ton of, like, you weren't necessarily a tech issue, you were a billing issue, but like my dad, we just got him a new phone, and like and he's been on a smartphone before, but just to get to a new one, which has different button layouts than him, like every single call since he's gotten this new phone, it starts with, like, I don't know what the fuck has happened. Like, doesn't matter if I call him or he calls me. He's completely flustered. He's off balance by the whole thing. The buttons are different. I don't know. Can you hear me? And then I was with him one time when he took a call, and I realized part of the problem was he had a new phone, and it had the default ringtone. So every time he would get a call, it would be this blaring cacophony of noises, and then this robotic voice, hello, Moto. And so I just picture him fighting this thing out of his pocket, doesn't know how to turn it down, doesn't know how to switch ringtone. So I was like, Marty, let me switch your ringtone, and we'll start from there.
That's right.
Yeah, but just...
We'll start from, like, not annoying you to death right at the moment that somebody wants you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No wonder every time I call him, he's in a bad mood.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I'm sure I'm becoming like that, like those, like when you're trying to get your parents to, like, learn a new program on the... No. Click. No.
They just don't have the literacy. Like, and
that's right. No, it's like a double click, Dad.
Yeah, double click means nothing to them, right?
And like, what?
Yeah. And
That's what I am becoming. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but
but-
I don't have any children to like annoy, so like it'll be some sales guy on the phone going, "Oh God,
has to walk you through.
this guy from 1970. Holy God!"
It's so interesting though, because like you're older, but also like you had computers were a part of your youth.
That's right.
You know, and like yeah, when phones came around, you maybe have missed the boat now where you could easily learn. But I always think like, is there a chance that like technology will completely leave me behind the same way my parents? And I don't feel like it will, because just that like the literacy and the you know understanding of, like I don't ever think they're gonna build interfaces completely different than what I have already gotten used to, right? They might get more in depth, but like I'll always know like, okay, there's a file, you know, like there has to be some things that hang on. Or yeah, in 20 years, am I gonna be like, the goddamn TVs now are too complicated? I'm like, I don't think I can get left. I think I was born at just the right time, where in my youth it was just all prevalent and easy to digest, and my brain was ready to learn these things. But yeah, if something new comes in 20 more years, I ain't learning that. I know that about myself. There's a point where you really aren't learning things, you know?
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things. Like I always sort of thought I'd be sort of a youth all the way through my life, and I love like popular music. I'm selling it at the show and buying it all the time. And
should we dump in there? I could lift the lid while you dump.
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You thought you'd always be young, always be cool.
Yeah, but and into new music. But
Right.
nowadays, I'm just like Charlie XCX. Tyler the Creator. I've heard of him. Like I barely know.
I take so much pride when someone's like, "Oh, you don't know this artist?" I'm like, that means nothing to me.
Yes.
And the music is honestly not that good to me.
That's
and
right.
I kind of like that.
The thing is also
Ooh,
like
this might be a
there's
locking
so
stop.
much more. Oh yeah.
They saw us coming.
We can do this.
We
on the
can find
French.
I think honestly, there's a big open one right there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel, like I dump these in residential bins.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not full.
Yes.
And I like to think if a homeowner came out and was like, why are you filling up my bin? I'd be like, man, this is all of our trash, you know?
Yeah.
And nobody has ever given me a hard time. You'd have to be a real prick
Yes.
to yell at someone in an I Heart Osborne Village t-shirt picking up your trash.
Yes, that's true.
Or the trash of the neighborhood. Yeah, everybody's cool with it. Most people give thank yous.
Yes.
Some people don't, and that's fine. But it is interesting. I feel like more than a thank you, it's more than wanting a thank you. I don't want a non-thank you.
That's
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it sounds weird to say. Not everybody has to say thank you, but they kind of do. Because if they don't say thank you, then I'm like, what's your problem, bro? You know?
That's right. The worst are the people that like acknowledge what you're doing, but like when you walk by, you go, that wasn't actually very helpful. When you walk by and go, well, there's a never-ending job.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you ever gotten you missed this?
What's that?
You missed this? Chloe's had that.
Oh.
You missed that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a nice feeling.
No,
That
that's
is
for
not
sure.
a nice. Like,
Well,
hey, bro,
I mean-
I don't fucking work for you. You know.
That's absolutely.
Do you ever go to the Legion?
I have never been there, actually.
Okay.
I've meant to go at some point, but I just never really get there.
You know, it's funny. I asked you, do you go there? I could have said, I know you don't go there because I'm always there. And so
Oh,
if
yeah?
you were there, I would have known. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
live across the street.
That's
and I'm
right.
often coming home from shows. And it's impossible for me to resist the urge. Like, well, I'll just go throw 5 in the VLTs.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see someone I know, have a beer.
Nice.
I'm in there way more than I'd like to admit.
That's
but
right.
it is one of the last places you can get a beer for less than $5. $4.75 for a pilsner.
You're like the norm of that place.
Yeah. They except they don't talk to the bartenders. I just VLT gamble. No, I do. I know a couple of the bartenders actually.
Nice.
What is that? Premium Plus crackers? No, some other sort of wrapper.
Sesame
crackers.
Sesame
Sesame
seeds.
sticks. Interesting. Ooh,
Those little
wrappers.
tiles. I remember getting that from as candy on the way to school. Sesame Street sesame sticks.
You would
No, well,
you would
not
buy them
sticks.
yourself, or someone gave them to you?
Oh no. I'd be going. I was living in Waterloo and going to Sir William Osler School on Grant there, and I would walk into Niagara Drugs and buy. Here's the thing: every time I see canned drinks and chocolate bars and chips, all 3 of those things. When I first had like spending money and I was buying like, oh, let's go to the store and get snacks. All of those things are 25 cents.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know what it sounds like when I say that, but I'm just like, I know, but like, But how would you feel if you would go into a store and go, oh, I'd love to grab Coke, and you look at the price of the bottles and they're like $3.45, and you're like, but I remember So yeah.
That's the classic old man line. Back in my day, it used to cost a nickel.
Totally.
But these things happen.
There's very few things that were a nickel back then. One of those little mojos. Yeah, even penny candy was like becoming scarce in like the late 70s. But yeah, canned drinks and a bus fare also was 25 cents. I could go.
I'm just going to shoot across and pick up that. We don't have to stay tight to each other because the mics are mobile. So if you don't want to juke across, I'll just grab whatever this giant piece of plastic is. Big old piece of plastic. Don't even know. Oh, it's a Gold Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Joke cup.
Beer.
Yeah. You ever go to the Gold Eyes games?
Not really. No. I always see the fireworks from them though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time. You know, like a cheap ticket. Just like I don't love baseball, but it's just something to do. We went with all the comedians last season, all the comedians and girlfriends and everything, and it was a nice time.
Very cool.
I also went. I went one time last season. I had a job. A gig. It came to me through comedy channels, but basically a family paid me to hang out with their elderly father who had dementia and what's the other one? He was, he didn't mostly know where he was or who he was. So they would pay me to go talk to him for a couple hours every week. And actually, I did. I was approaching it like a job, so whereas they've, I'm sure, heard these stories before, and it's sad to see your loved one like this. And I would stay on target with him and kind of force him to tell me a full story. And then I'd text the daughter and be like, hey, did he really have an uncle who like went through the ice on his skidoo? And she's like, oh my God, like I can't believe he's telling you this stuff. Yeah. And after about 4 months, I was like, hey, Wayne, do you know who I am? And he went, Mike Green, comedian. I was like, holy shit, like stuff's getting in, yeah.
There you go.
But anyway, he told me about being a big Gold Eyes and Bomber fan.
Oh, nice.
And I got him out to a Gold Eyes game because I saw it on the social calendar, and I talked to his daughter and said, like, you can just dock my pay that week, the cost of like whatever they charge to take him out. And they were very nice. They paid me as well and we got him on the thing. And it was funny because as little as this guy knew about, what year it was and whatever, you get him to the Gold Eyes game, you put a beer in one hand and a hot dog on the other, and he goes, mustard. He was right, like the Manchurian Candidate. He just activated and had a good time. And actually, it's kind of sad, he died like 2 weeks later.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got him out to his one last Gold Eyes game.
That's great when you look back and go, man, I did something good on the last week or whatever, and I feel good that we did that because there's no chance to do it again.
We missed the funnest find of all.
I did see that.
I didn't even notice
out of the
that.
corner of my eye. I guess somebody's done with
somebody's
it.
Done with
giving it away.
Yeah. No, that was a nice thing. And it's funny, like, I talk about it in relation to this too. Like, I don't really believe in altruism. Like, I was actually getting paid to do that, to hang out with this guy. And also, like, you do something like that, it makes you feel good. It's not like I'm doing anything just to make other people feel good. I think for most people, it feels good to do nice things, What do you think? Should I drag this to a dumpster or what? You think someone's coming back for it?
I think so. I mean, we'll leave it here for a while.
Sure.
I'll keep an eye on it. If I see it again, I'll come and get it later. But
Sure.
Somebody may well come and grab it.
Weird. Again, forensically, like, what's all the shattered plastic around it
Yeah.
too? Something happened. Somebody was using this as a weapon.
Yeah, there is.
But yeah, anyway, Winnipeg Gold Eyes, nice game day experience.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And the guy knew he needed mustard.
He knew he needed mustard. He knew how he enjoyed his hot dogs. He thought I was a Hutterite trying to sell him some farming equipment. Well, he sold farming equipment, but yeah, that would frequently be a thing where we'd be sort of mid-conversation. I'd be like, man, we're in a good flow. He's been talking to me for about like 2-3 minutes now, like lucid. And then he'd say, all right, 80,000, 50 hectares. Like, I would just be like, that's too high, Wayne. You gotta meet me halfway. But like, I've never been coached on these interactions. Also, sometimes I'd be like, I guess I'll just go with it for a bit.
Yeah. It'd be funny if when you went to see him after he passed away, they just give you a deed. You're like, oh no, yeah, you owe us $30,000.
So that wasn't high on my fears, but I will say, there was the subtle dream that I'd end up in the will. Anytime you're talking to an older person and doing a nice thing, you got to think, does this person have some hidden gold that their kids don't even know about?
Maybe this person is like vastly rich person, and they're going to because I'm
Because
so
of my
nice to
kindness,
them at the very end of their life, they're like, forget my whole life. Mike Green's my guy.
And far from what I was. That was far from what I was doing it for. I was doing it for the actual.
Yeah.
But you gotta think. You gotta dream.
Hey, it does. You would be lying if you said that never pops in your head.
That's got to be part of the dream of interacting with any older person.
Money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round.
And even
and bonus money is the greatest money of all.
Yeah,
money you don't see coming. Yeah.
I mean, we've all. That's how I dream about getting rich. Is that somebody like delivers money and goes, "This belongs to you. You've won this." I mean, I don't buy lottery tickets, so the chance of somebody coming by and saying, "Hey, you're a millionaire now," is very low, and it only could be if you're
going for that cardboard.
There's
that too. You don't have a great Aunt Wilma out there who could croak at any moment and leave you something?
Well, no. I mean, and if you were getting, if that's what you wanted, it would be great to be like, not just, rich, but like, you're like the king of Monaco or something like that. And you like for the rest of your life, you can do whatever you want with whoever you want forever. That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be not bad. If you ever got fantastically wealthy, what do you think the first thing you'd do would be? Like true fuck you money, generational wealth, nothing matters,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm buying, as I've said, we're buying a house in Maui first thing. We've determined that about ourselves. We want to be there more than anywhere else.
I do weird, ridiculous things like starting cleaning up a whole neighborhood. So like, I think somebody who did get fabulously wealthy was the third Harry Potter kid, not the main guy.
Rupert Grint?
Yes, and he got fabulously rich, and he did what he said he always wanted to do because he was a young kid when he started getting this money. And he said, I want to have an ice cream truck, and I want to just drive it around and give people ice cream. They'll say, oh, how much is that? And I'll say, nothing.
On the house.
I just brought you some ice cream today. And I was like, for some reason, I was like, that sounds real nice. And I've had the same thought. I was thinking like, oh, if I had some money, I would buy one of those Dickie D kind of bikes and just drive around. But of course, then like somebody's going to break your spirit. Somebody's going to be like, yeah, my mom and her brother and this other guy need 4 ice creams.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't have snow cones?
Exactly.
Come on, asshole. Yep, you can't have nice things.
That's right.
That's for sure. Did I tell you about my funny relay with the biker recently with the little dog?
No.
Situation? Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I was actually meeting up with a friend. I was crossing River and Osborne. It was at 8 a.m. So the intersection happened to be dead. And this little white dog, I couldn't tell if it was a puppy or not because it was just moving so fast, just comes blazing across the intersection. And I was like, that can't be right. And I look back over my shoulder upriver and like almost all the way to Bowl, I just see a guy huffing. Yeah. Oh, so no. I got him. And I start running and I'm going down river and I'm pacing the dog. So I'm like, okay, he'll get tired and I'll catch him. And then he turns the corner at Gerard and I lose sight of him for a second. And then by the time I turn the corner at Gerard, he's way further down the block. And I was like, oh no, I'm not pacing. He's not going to get tired. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
And then by the time he turned down the alley and I got to the alley, he's almost all the way at Wellington.
Oh
and I just stopped and panting. I was like, I have to reassess here. I have to give up. I can't do this. And right as I did it, I looked over my shoulder. This biker blazes past me and goes, I got him.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, no, we're doing this relay now. And so, I started walking back up the street and I saw the owner. I said, look, man, I couldn't get him. There's a bike guy who says he's going to get him. He was on Wellington already. Good luck. But yeah, it was a very funny relay of all of us trying to chase this
little
dog
dogs
down.
Are pretty serious when they want
Oh,
to
they're
go
running
somewhere.
so fast. I thought he's small, so I'll get him. But you forget, they're built for running. He's small, but he's got 4 legs. He's got puppy energy. He's never smelt these things before. He's so jacked to the tits that he's not going to get tired. I'm going to get tired. It was crazy when I lost sight of him and then regained it, just how much he'd opened the gap in the 10 seconds. I knew immediately I was toast.
Looking at my window one time, I saw this dog, and it was like a medium-sized dog, and it came out of the ladder. It was crossing the Safeway parking lot, went through the Shoppers parking lot, past the gas station, up over the bridge, and all of this happened about as fast as it
as you said it. Yeah,
about it. Like it was amazing. I was like, wow, and I was like, I knew there's no person with this dog.
All right, let's
so
just do
immediately I started messaging on the Facebook lost dog app and everything.
Right.
And sure enough, there was somebody that had just lost a dog to that description, and he was running that way. But later that evening, the person had him, and they were like, "Yeah, he's not leaving the yard for any time soon." And it had a picture of him smiling, like one of those. They should have had one of those the signs. Yeah, I ran away.
Yeah.
10 kilometers.
No shame whatsoever.
No.
Yeah. Dog shaming via signs was a great part of internet culture for a minute there.
That's right.
I think it may have fallen out of vogue just because. No, not that it fell out of vogue, but people, something happens and then everybody jumps on it, and so it's fun for everyone to do it. Then after a while, if you're doing it, you're just derivative. Now then you're just sort of copying the trend. So
That's
I feel
right.
like dog shaming fell off quickly.
Internet culture is amazing. I was just talking about somebody years ago, 5-10 years ago, nobody really cared all that much about Fleetwood Mac anymore. This is an old band. I mean, the people that loved it, and they'll always love it, but they had it, and they didn't really need it. And then there was that man on the skateboarding with the cranberry juice, and instantly, now we sell Rumors for $20 now,
Yeah.
and that we used to sell it for $5. But tons Fleetwood Mac owes so much to that man.
Dude, that guy saved Fleetwood Mac and Ocean Spray.
Yes, that's right.
He reinvigorated two brands single-handedly.
I mean, even TikTok would say this was one of our best videos as far as reach and people talking about stuff, because it just
because we all wanted to be skateboarding man.
And it was just skateboarding man drinking his juice, preventing some UTIs, and having some nice juice.
Just earnest, good fun. It's crazy that meme culture. Moves. Sorry, go ahead.
And that blows everything up for this band. And now people come and ask me for it at the show. Do you have any Fleetwood Mac? Do you have Rumors?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Okay.
So this is a fun thing. I always like when you. Okay, this is someone's stats, family, PR card. Yeah.
Family size.
Not as fun as what I hoped it would be. Meme culture moves so quickly.
Yes.
And everyone's always just trying to tap in, the amount of companies right now that how do we go viral? How do we go viral? I mean, I'm doing this. I'm trying to go viral. But then it's just cranberry man.
That's
We're
right.
so inundated with people trying to fake it that if anybody does anything that's the least bit genuine and real, people are like, holy shit,
Yeah.
And then also they just try and knock it off. So it's we completely ruin the moment that we were all just enjoying. But it's.
That's right.
I mean, I just don't think we were meant to have this,
Yes.
so much access to each other, so much. We're living like gods and we're just people. It doesn't make any sense,
There was a bit in Always Sunny where Dee is trying to become viral, and she's put on her Irish locks and her makeup and everything, and Charlie knows that's not the way to do it, and while she's doing her thing, he just hits her in the face with a dodgeball kind of ball, and she goes, wow, what the hell was that? And that's what goes viral.
Wow. Yeah. People remixing, wow. Yeah.
That's right.
That's all it takes.
The bird.
Yeah, the bird. It's interesting. I rarely get to this side, and I don't come here because I think, well, there's not going to be as much garbage, and there isn't as much, but they're definitely and this side probably needs it more because do you think the biz volunteer team gets down here? I feel like they focus on the strip.
Actually, years and years ago, I asked several ago the leader, and I said, where do you go? And she was like, everywhere. And I'm like, no, you don't. And that's not a good answer. I really want to know where you go. But I do know now, and it's everywhere up to Nassau.
Okay.
And everywhere up to Scott.
Right, so they wouldn't get down here.
No.
Yeah, so
No.
that's honestly I should think about this area more often because I just think they don't need it, but they need it less, and in some ways because of that they need it more because stuff just accumulates.
That's right. The initial thing.
Hey, how's it going? Good. This is Big Joe.
Hey!
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, no problem.
No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I just wake up. I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, can I film the dog?
I'm your fan, you know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, I see.
That's a big joke.
Wednesdays are always the thing. I'll get you in that. But also on the Saturday, the 16th, August 16th, I have a big show at Patton 5. So that's the really nice cocktail lounge. And yeah, and it's a $50 ticket, but you get a bunch of drinks. So it's a pretty good deal. You know me, I love deals. So yeah. One of the many great dogs in Osborne Village.
Yeah, I love the dogs.
Yeah.
We have dogs in our building, so I have relationships with
Yeah.
half a dozen dogs.
Dogs are like, we have cats. We live in a building where that's all we can have. And also, I do like cats. I
love cats.
Yeah, look,
Love them.
cats are great. Dogs are great. Like the love they give you and sort of what a dog can do is greater. But for return on investment, like what a dog takes, you know, in terms of the maintenance, like you're halfway to having a kid.
That's right.
And whereas a cat is, yeah, throw a scoop of kibble in the bowl.
Totally.
And then they're not your best buddy, but they're a pretty good buddy.
That's right.
Whereas a dog is your best buddy.
That's right. And I don't want to, like, I'd have to walk, I'd have to leave my house to like walk him at least 3 times a day, if not closer to like 5 or 6 maybe. And I don't want to do that.
No.
I love walking, but I don't want to do it like on somebody else's schedule.
Yeah, by someone else you mean an animal? You know, like that's
right.
That'd be the most galling thing when you're like, I'm on this dog's timeline.
That's
you
right.
know, I'm on his schedule.
And I've had two, like, over the time that I've lived here, I've had 2 cats, and I love them. Like, that's what I've actually had. But I grew up with dogs, and I love dogs.
Yeah, I when people are like, you got to be a dog or a cat person, I'm like, look, they're both great.
Exactly.
And if you can't acknowledge the pros and cons of each, dogs love you more, cats require less. You
That's
know,
right.
it's a pretty straightforward interaction, and depending on how you weight it,
That's right.
you could call one or the other the greatest, but you have to admit it's subjective.
But at the same time, one says, you know, cats are less, you know, cuddly and visiting, but dogs never like. My cat would come and like brush me on the shoulder, and when I was sleeping, and that meant lift up the covers because I'm coming in, and he'd like turn around and he'd spoon me.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
like either I'd wake up slowly because he's purring, which is like the most lovely slow way to wake up ever. Or I would just, if I was really sleepy, I'd fall back asleep again. And then an hour later, I'd wake up and he's still there, like
That's so
sleeping
cute.
and snoring right beside me. So I'm like, cats are pretty loving and
Yeah.
sweet too sometimes.
And in a way, because a dog, like, they almost can't help themselves. Like, even if the dog was sort of, basically, they have to cuddle with you. They have to be near you. It's like programmed into them. Whereas the cat will snub you half the time, which means that when they
That's
do
true.
give you the affection, it's so much more
it means
gratifying.
more, yeah, that's right.
We have this scaredy cat. We have 2 cats, Barb and Vivian, and they're sisters, but they're completely different. Like, Barb is very chill and Viv's very nervous. And so she'll run away. She'll spend some time just hiding under the bed, but she'll cuddle with me. She'll do it with Chloe, but not as much. Like, she loves cuddling with me in a very specific way that is so cute.
Oh,
Yeah. She gets right close to my face and goes flat on my chest and purrs really loudly, you know.
that's the best.
It's as good as it gets. It's just literally,
Yeah.
every time she does it, I say, this is as good as it gets.
Yes.
Could not be any better. Hey.
Hello, hello. Everything went okay? No crazy ladies?
No
Oh,
crazy.
good. Oh, so I was worried like that day. I was like, oh man, he wants me to go away with him. What if it comes back and like messes with Chloe? I don't want that to happen. I'm like, she better have a driver's license so she can get the hell out of there. Cause
See, the interesting thing was just that cop talking to us for a long time at the start. Says he's like, this is his full-time beat for the foreseeable future, so he wants to get to know people.
Oh, good. Well,
He's
get to know us.
Yeah,
We're going to be around.
He's seems like he's Jimmy McNulty season 4. You know, he's trying to be the man on the beat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's do our street real quick.
Yeah.
Shoot over to Chuck. Damn, sorry, that's me.
It's okay. A lot of napkins.
Yeah, it's obviously just somebody had a stack in their car and they all blew out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That happens. I wonder if we'll find my driver's license here. This is the last.
Last place you saw it.
Well, I definitely didn't see it here, but I parked my car here. And I just haven't bothered to look. Oh, look at you go.
Double grabbing, you impressed?
Of course.
This is gonna turn into that thing with when I yelled at the homeless guy. Does that make you more attracted to me? Did that turn you on when I double grabbed?
Yeah, totally.
Not a lot of conviction behind that, totally.
Maybe they stepped on the ketchup packet. Oh my
Wrong
God.
way! Oh, cop. All right, he knows what he's doing.
Okay, they're allowed.
Yeah, they're allowed. Oh yeah, they were spawning something up there.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Spicy.
Sorry.
It's okay. A lot of people on the Winnipeg subreddit were talking about that bridge incident yesterday.
Yeah. What did you?
People just seem to feel like somebody must have been in the water. Like it was the drone was out.
Yeah.
And they called that like a surefire sign that it's water rescue team.
Oh. Yeah, there were a lot of emergency vehicles out last night.
Ooh, the other ketchup packet.
Oh. The other one.
The other one. They always come in pairs. Everybody knows that.
I did one time when you were away. I did it by myself, and I was listening to a podcast, and I just kept getting interrupted by people.
You've mentioned that, yeah, you feel like as a lady, people are more prone to talk to you.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Oh, this crow is taunting Chuck,
Oh
I bet.
no, get out of here.
I think the way he's looking in makes me feel like he's taunting.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Leave our Chucky alone. Chuck,
Chuck.
I saved you. Hi, Chuck.
Oh, he was taunting.
Was that crow bothering you? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Sorry, that was my
Not
fault.
as sure-footed as you once were,
Oh
eh,
my
Chuck?
gosh. Are you okay?
Say hi. You have lots of fans, Chuck.
Yeah, you do. Chuck, we missed you. We came back for you. We had a different route today.
Remember when you yelled at old ball coach?
Yeah.
You knew he was a bad man.
He was teasing you about not having a picker. You can't pick.
You don't have the thumbs. Don't even tangle with the crows, Chuck.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to prove to them.
No. You're your own man. You own this street.
Yeah.
Bye.
They're assholes. Don't worry about them.
Okay. Bye. See you next week. Oh, we should bring treats next time. Some greenies.
He's following me.
Bye. What a great start to Sunday. I was thinking today as I was going up, Gerard, how T-Pain was like, this is your church. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
totally is.
Sunday
I got it.
ritual
Yeah.
brings you closer to God.
Yeah. You know, I really can't believe how many people who I meet, who live in the village, who I tell about this, don't want to do it. You know? It's crazy to
I
me.
just think they have something else to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Lemon. Auntie Donna watched an episode.
Did she?
Yeah.
What did she say? What did she have to say?
So
about
she and you know, it's actually good to be reminded because I'm like, why aren't I getting more views? But oh, my clips do good. And basically, she said, just watch episode 2. I didn't understand that the show wasn't just the clips, you know, which I'm sure is many people.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, she said she
Switch
watched
sides
it.
here.
She said, I want to see the garbage on the ground. Like, is there any
Oh.
way to do that? So I said, I'll try and get better at aiming it. But I do know that this isn't the perfect system. It's just the system I've got right now.
It is or it isn't?
Isn't.
Isn't, yeah, okay.
It's very hard to show the stuff on the ground. I often try, and then I look back at the footage, and it's like, what seems like I'm catching it now is just not having the garbage in frame. And I watched it like 10 times in an episode. I'm like, I didn't nail it once. I kept doing this, and it just,
Hi.
hey, we're calling it a day.
Yeah. It's been a good day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can make more of an effort to like pick things up, like I did with that phone case.
Yeah,
and show you.
that's what I told Donna. I said I've gotten used to now just telling myself I'm going to just try and show it to the camera. And I think we normally do it. We both do a good job of that. I think what Donna was saying was like, I want to see the garbage in its natural habitat, you know? There is everything here.
yeah.
Someone's probably coming back for this, but it's just
What is all that stuff?
crazy. EpiPen? Is this an EpiPen? Oh yeah, Flex Touch insulin injection. Okay, we'll let them come back for their
Yeah.
shoes and supplies.
That seems important to leave down there.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's good to get feedback from other people.
Yeah. Feedback beyond, why didn't you punch that guy's lights out?
Yeah. That wasn't helpful.
That's unhelpful feedback. You look like a victim.
Morning.
Hey. I was telling Danny how, like, it's not that I want to thank you, it's that I don't want to non-thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to explain because I would say, not everybody has to say thank you, but then actually they almost do because it's not that I want to thank you, it's that I don't want to non-thank you.
Yeah. I don't want people to avoid eye contact, but I also don't want people to make eye contact and say nothing. Those are both bad.
That's not good either, yeah.
Even a hello feels like a thank you. Oh,
Yeah, I'll
actually,
take a hello.
that day that you we're walking with Corey. We got thank yous from the same person. Faith Fundell from the CBC.
Oh,
Made
really?
a very
that's funny.
very intentional effort to say like thank you for volunteering,
Oh, that's
which was so nice.
And you saw Faith do it to me too? Or?
Yeah, in the video.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. What I can't describe the feeling, but in Moneyball, Brad Pitt's character, the GM of the Oakland Athletics, says like, I hate losing. I hate losing more than I even want to win. And that's kind of the closest I can describe the. I don't need a thank you, but I don't want to non-thank you.
Yeah, no,
That's a loss more than the thank you is a win.
Yeah.
I hate losing. I hate losing more than I even want to win. It's the final empty. Da-na-na-na.
Oh, I did get a single can today.
We got a few. No twisted teas.
Interesting.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right, that was episode 8. I forgot to do an outro with Danny before I unmiked him, so. Danny, I forgot to do a proper outro with you. Do you want to just wave goodbye? Okay. Yeah, there it is. Hey, that was trash talk. All right.
Okay.
We're good here.
All right, I did too.